Good morning, amigos. Dr. Doug here at BodyTrust.com. I want to share two articles, two studies with you this morning. One of them is just probably one of the most ridiculous studies I've ever seen in Science Daily, and the other is pretty intelligent, actually, probably too intelligent for me to fully understand, but we'll get the drift of it. First one says, those with inadequate access to food likely to suffer from obesity. Now, what does that sound like to you, that headline? The people who are starving are obese, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, what is obesity? What is fat? It's food. It's excess food. It's too much food. So people who aren't getting enough food have too much food on them. I mean, I've run across this before. This is from the University of Texas at San Antonio. Poor Texas, I don't know. According to this survey, over 1/3 of U.S. adults are obese. Well, of course. At the same time, obesity is the second leading cause of premature death in North America and Europe, so it's very serious. But what they're saying, you dig deep into this article, and you find out that they did a survey of people. What they call food insecure is really people who aren't eating approved food. They don't use that language, of course. Apparently, hamburgers and potato chips is not really food. According to these people, it's not really food. No. What's really, they don't actually lay out what's approved and what's non-approved. We're just supposed to assume that fruits and vegetables are approved and maybe everything else is not approved. And so it's not really food. So they're food insecure. Wow. Food insecure, huh? They talk about food deserts where people can't buy nutritious food. Oh my goodness. So therefore they're obese. Well, you know, people eat salty, fatty, and sweet foods because they're miserable. They overeat in order to counteract the effects of worrying and hurrying. That's way beyond these researchers who are not paid to find out these things. They're paid to find out other things. Okay, so they don't have enough food. Here again, millions of Americans do not have enough food to eat and live in communities where affordable, healthy food options are not available. See, don't have enough food to eat, so healthy food equals food. Food equals healthy food. And healthy food is determined by the experts, not by your body, of course. So beware of food insecure and these programs talking about eliminating hunger in America and food insecurity in America. There is no food insecurity in America. We are fat. There is worrying and hurrying and lots of stress, especially for people on the lower economic end of the bargain, huh? And they found out that black people and brown people are especially subject to food insecurity. Okay. Oh, Lord Almighty. And then there was another article here. How fasting can improve overall health. Protects against age-associated diseases. Researchers, this is the University of California, Irvine. Yay! Researchers found evidence that fasting affects circadian clocks in the liver and skeletal muscles, causing them to rewire their metabolism, which can ultimately lead to improved health and protection against age-associated diseases like heart disease and cancer and stroke and all that, and Alzheimer's and MS and Parkinson's and all these age-related diseases. You postpone them by rewiring your system. Is like resetting. You know, when your computer is not cooperating, I mean really not cooperating, what's the answer? Reboot, right? Reset. Well, this is what not eating does to your system. They did this for mice. On mice, of course, they had them fast for 24 hours and examined them, and found all these wonderful things, which are kind of above my head. You know, I mean, I can read it to you, but if I don't get it, you probably won't get it. Circadian clock fasting-driven cellular responses work to achieve fast-specific temporal gene regulation. Skeletal muscle, for example, appears to be twice as responsive to fasting as the liver. So anyway, this is not why I don't eat all day. This is not why I fast for 23 hours, but it's nice to know that. Right? I fast for all day because I want to be hungry. I want that evening meal to be really delicious. I don't want to prevent hunger, because hunger is the best sauce and it makes all food taste good, even vegetables. Hunger brings out the subtle flavors of vegetables. That's why I like vegetables. I enjoy vegetables because I'm hungry, not because they're on some dingleberry's approved food list. And I like variety. So anyway, that's